Vladimir what it means to him.
Я думаю, это будет крупнейшее соревнование этого года.
To be the most important, the largest competition of this year.
На уровне чемпионатов мира.
At the level of the World Championship.
The second all-around recently in the American Cup and the fifth-ranked horizontal bar man of the United States, now performing his floor exercise routine. This is Brian Ginsberg.
Brian Ginsberg from UCLA, a student there majoring in kinesiology, working on the floor exercise.
This guy is without a doubt the springiest gymnast we have in the U.S. Watch this mount. Laid out, double back, and he sticks it. We've talked about the importance in gymnastics of fast twitch muscle fiber, and this guy is 98% fast twitch. Look at that full punch front right to his stomach.
I love it. Finished second in the all-around. The Soviet Union's Alexei Takanki at the McDonald's Cup back in March, and he was the youngest male to compete in the American Cup.
And look at the strength. He does a plunge and a straight body press right up to handstand. Full punch front with a half. You can get difficulty in gymnastic routines by finishing a full twisting backflip and doing a punch front out of it. It's a D move, one of the higher level difficulty moves. He does them effortlessly. Here's his last run. Easy tuck double back. Great exercise.
Brian Ginsberg. His home is Mobile, Alabama, but he's a student at UCLA.
Now let's take a look at this laid out double backflip. This is a tough move to do. You have to have good speed. But watch here. His second flip right here is actually higher than his first flip was. It's a very difficult element, and he seems to do it very easily. He was NCAA champion on this event earlier this year, and I think he has a great future in gymnastics as an all-around performer.
And even though we're winding down, there's still more exciting gymnastics coming your way. Vera Kolesnikova of the Soviet Union, working on the beam.
Another round-off layout step out, done effortlessly.
She's one of their taller gymnasts at 5'1".
That was an extremely hard mount right into a great first pass. It's off to a super start for her. She really does appear tall up there. I think a lot of that, though, is her training. She's got great line and extension, and it makes her appear taller. Very classic style, fluid movements. Originality in her movement. A little bit of flexibility and balance. Going for the dismount. Triple twist. That is a tough dismount.
And Kathy, you know, we find the Soviet women are just as enthusiastic as the men about the upcoming Goodwill Games.
Ну, игры доброй воли будут проходить как маленькие Олимпийские игры.
She considers the Goodwill Games to be the mini Olympic Games.
Здесь будут участвовать все сильнейшие гимнасты Советского Союза.
Will take part in it, not only from the Soviet Union, but
и всех гимнастов Европы, мира.
From other countries of Europe and the world.
The next person that I have the privilege to introduce is very special for me because I trained my whole life and I finally accomplished something that I didn't think I could ever do. I qualified for my first World Championship team, and those championships took place in Moscow, the Soviet Union. And this guy right here was the same age as me. He was 18 years old, and he won it all. He won the all-around champion. He's the all-around champion of the world. And so he became my hero, my model, okay? So here is my hero, Yuri Korolev on the parallel bars.
Yuri Korolev of the Soviet Union, 23 years of age, preparing to mount the parallel bars.
Korolev is definitely the toughest gymnast in the world. He does great difficulty. But the best part about him is he does not give up. He is a fighter in competition, and that's why he wins most of those events. We actually have a very interesting opportunity to view the Soviet team at this time. They have done worldwide exhibition tours when they have been in less than great shape. Their national championships were just 2 weeks ago, so we're seeing the best in the world in their best possible condition.
Yuri Korolev of the Soviet Union. And this is Svetlana Lebedinskaya.
And the floor is her favorite event.
She's from Grodno, which is the same hometown as Olga Korbut.
1.5 twists through to double back.
I like this one, Kathy.
I think this is one you should remember the name. She's going to be a great one. Full in for her middle pass. She does it so effortlessly, it's hard to know exactly how difficult this is. And look at the feeling in the dance.
I'm in love.
Oh, Bart.
But see, she's about half my age.
So don't even think about it. But look at that gymnastics. Such talent. And not just talent. You can tell she's a hard worker. Whip through to double back for her last pass. I'm in shock. Incredible.
Svetlana Lebedinskaya of the Soviet Union. Fine floor exercise performance.
Since 1974,
The Soviets have expressed how important the upcoming Goodwill Games are to them. They are also important to our American athletes. This young man is one of them. He's been acting as a Goodwill Games ambassador, touring the country with a group of athletes to promote the games, and we're getting ready to see him in his final performance.
Tim Deckett.
This is undoubtedly Tim's favorite piece of equipment, mostly because he's so good on here. He won the bronze medal in the Summer Olympics in '84. He breaks into the flares and into his scissors. Now, he's an expert at doing the flared circles. The whole last half of his exercise is going to be built around the flare. Look at, he does flares all the way down the horse. He hops back into the middle. He'll go back out to the end. And he totally blew that dismount. It wasn't supposed to go exactly that way. Luckily, it was an exhibition.
It's been an exciting exhibition. Your thoughts, Kathy Johnson?
I'm very impressed with everything I've seen today, in particular the work of the Soviets. If this is an indication of what we'll see at the Goodwill Games, we're in for a treat.
Bart?
And it's been a real treat for me also, because we've been able to see some of the best gymnasts in the world in a really relaxed and fun atmosphere.
For Kathy Johnson and Bart Connor, Charlie Neal saying so long.